Traders who make money of Japan are never innocent bystanders, he responded. No matter if they're Nippon or Gaijin, the different Japanese got scared they have nowhere to run. He grinned, leaning forward so I could watch his dragon dance across his wrinkled chest. Gaijin can always go home. Jesus Christ, look what BMW dragged in. Malcolm hadn't planned on making such an entrance. He had purposely waited until shortly after 10 a.m. to arrive at the office, hoping that the other traders would already be too deep in their work to notice his arrival. But the minute he stepped through the threshold of the trading floor, he knew that his plan was fruitless. All action stopped, all conversation ground to halt. Also, Townsend was the first to speak. Sati had been the first to see him, and Malcolm had quickly assessed the situation from the shocked, frozen look in the young man. So shaped. I certainly hadn't expected him to show up. Work barely 48 hours after his accident. Maybe they had thought that he spent weeks in hospital bed nursing himself back to health. Obviously, they didn't know him that well. He'd lasted through training camp for the New York Guns, a second-class citizen because of his Ivy League pedigree. He could handle with a few broken ribs and face. He crossed carefully to his chair, grimacing as he lowered himself to a sitting position. The rib brace forced him to pivot slowly forward, and the bench on his hands were made difficult to grip the chair arm. But he did his best to disguise his comfort. It wasn't just a macho atmosphere at the hedge fund that was pouring him, but it was a new fire that he had risen inside him during his stay at the hospital. He had carved out a space for himself in this town and in this industry. He had worked hard and had led for more than his own share. He wasn't going to let a stupid motorcycle accident ruin it for him. An accident that was, he had convinced himself, was, despite the cavalry had told him inside concern, there was no proof that he had anything to do with either the loan package or the way AC conducted its business. He had been driving too fast, he had taken the turn hard, and he had sped on coming car. The car wasn't supposed to be there, but then neither was he. He had somehow managed to walk away from the disaster, and he wasn't about to let it ruin his change with an American dream. Certainly, he could have waited another week or two to come back to work. Carney wouldn't have faulted him for it, but he knew the culture of the place, and he knew that the 2 weeks of lost profits would do standing in firm. If he wanted to be a big player, a star in the trading solar system, he had to fight with the pain. He had to show all of them that he was rock solid. He couldn't be beaten down. Settled down in his chair, he spun his face to the other traders, then he grinned. In any case, if you were wondering, he said, gesturing toward the badge that still covered most of his right cheekbone and the black rings around his eyes. This still a roadkill looks like. Laughter broke out loud by a smattering of applause. Then, just suddenly, they stopped. The traders went back to their jobs. Malcolm breathed heavily, adjusting his heart rate back towards the normal. He carefully began hitting keys on his computer terminal, checking out the Nikkei. He noticed as he walked that Nakari wasn't at his desk. He hoped his friends hadn't done anything stupid like return to the building full of Yakuza. The truth was the best thing Hikari could do was drop the bad loans and take the $10 million loss. Репетитор по скайпу, Smart Teacher 197.